all around the world.
Is that Dizzy? Don't tell me that's Dizzy, James.
That's Dizzy.
Oh
that's
my
Dizzy.
goodness.
That
Warning,
is
warning.
Dizzy.
What is he going to do to finish it off? All right. They don't want to try this turn. Activate.
Oh! You see him just wait to see it. Oh, he's going to get another one.
Go low.
Go for another 3?
No.
Oh, he went for 3.
He went low. He would have gone him 2.
You right.
Yes. Oh, no. He's getting too thirsty for the damage.
Oh. And you know what? Still in this. He's got a lot of meter. Like I said, he's got a lot of meter. One more mix-up. What is it?
Do it again. Test that man.
Again.
Test his defensive hypothesis, Strider. Yes, test it.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's Born Free here, courtesy of our Street Fighter. We're at NorCal Regionals and I have 81 Strider here. How are you doing, my friend?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah, so Street Fight, this is Friday, so Street Fight 5 singles starts tomorrow. There was a team tournament today, which you played in, right?
Correct.
How far did you get?
I don't know. We lost to Fudo, so...
We lost to Fudo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gotta hold that.
I guess that's what happens. You're maining Laura right now. Tell me why.
I mean, she's an okay character. She's alright from what I hear. No, real reason is I really wanted to main her in Season 1. And actually, I think we had an interview about that.
Yeah, we did. It's true. It's true. Go back. Check the files.
Yeah.
Check the files.
When I told you that, I felt like I didn't have enough time to invest into such a, lab-heavy character. So I picked up characters that were, simple to play.
You gotta feel sorry for the Season 1, the people who wanted to play her or did play her in Season 1. I feel sorry for all those people right now.
No, not now. Are you kidding me?
No, I mean I feel sorry for the shit they get for playing her.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like the tear whoring, and you're like, no, I played her in Season 1.
Who cares about that? People are gonna complain about everything. That's a constant. People will find something to complain about. Which is fine. I mean, just don't let that get to you.
But you like her style. What first attracted you to the character?
I felt that her style meshed really well with how I play Street Fighter in general. I felt like she was very Abel-esque. She had a lot of Abel's movements. Her pressure was pretty similar. I felt like it was going to be a natural transition. And it has been, honestly.
Yeah, and we'll get onto that because you've had a little bit of success. I do want to ask you, you've been through a few characters. I think Kami and Ryu maybe is what I remember. Is that right? I guess really the real question, the more important question is, you have Laura. Do you have any need for a pocket or a secondary character?
I mean, as I said before, Laura's okay. She's all right. So no, I don't feel the need, honestly. And what I really like is actually working on hard matchups and figuring them out. I see them as a little puzzle. And some of these puzzles are pretty big. It's 5,000 pieces. It's not a little 30-piece puzzle. You're gonna have to put in some work. But in Street Fighter 4, that's one of my favorite. That was one of my favorite things to do, is just figure out bad matchups. And I felt like a big part of my success in that game was how well I did in my bad matchups, in Abel's bad matchups. So I don't feel like I would ever pick up a secondary character. If I do, it would be for fun and for the lulz. But outside of that, no.
Gotcha. I always think of you. I don't know why, but I always think of you as sort of like almost like the life hack guy with fighting games, because you have other stuff going on. I know you have a lot of other stuff going on, and a lot of other players do, but for you in particular, recently you hit top 8, right, in final round.
Correct.
And there's been plenty of conversations about the so-called top 4 characters, but they don't always make it, and there's a bunch of people playing them, and it hasn't necessarily played out that those characters are always winning. So this is a stupid question I just made off the top of my head, but is there a secret? Is it just a lot of lab work? Have you had more time recently, or?
I have had more time, but I don't think that's what got me there. I feel like I just decided to learn the game. I stopped romanticizing about Street Fighter 4, and I finally moved on. I moved on from that relationship. That was a relationship. Things were, everything clicked well, but sometimes you just have to move on.
Yeah, except when you saw Street Fighter 4 today, and
brought back some tearjerkers for sure. Yeah.
Well, it's a great game. So let's talk about Season 2 versus Season 1. Do you feel the game is very different compared to Season 1? Like very, very different, or slightly different? And how is it different?
So now it is a bit more different. I wouldn't say very. It's definitely more focused on set play. And there are some characters that can definitely rob you out of your win. But that's been a staple in Street Fighter games since ever, right? I mean, Mika in Season 1, for example, she was notorious for that. But I feel like this game, it's a lot more different to watch because it's evolved. Season 1, I compare it to vanilla Street Fighter 4, where if you watch those tapes, it's ugly. Like, people don't know what they're doing. It is ugly. People just swinging, just pressing buttons, and they don't know what the hell's going on. And then you see later on just how it evolves and how it matures, and it looks nice. It looks planned. It looks beautiful. It transitions into a more complex game. That's because the players actually got it there. I feel the same about Season 2. It just looks better now because people understand the game better.
Do you like the direction it's heading in? Do you have any thoughts on the direction it's heading in? Does it feel like there's a specific direction based on the changes that have been made?
Yeah, they wanted to continue. They wanted to stay out of just brawl. That's what Capcom wants. Is they want a super offensive game. They want to limit defensive options. That's what they're doing. Taking away jump back tech, that's pretty big. That was like one of the only defensive options you had, and they're taking that away. I understand, I guess, why. It looks ugly as hell. If you don't know what's going on, then you just see some dude just jump back with a kick, and you're like, what the hell's going on? It must be an input error. But yeah, it looks ugly. It's not spectator friendly, but unfortunately that does limit the defensive options by a bit.
So give me your, this is the obvious question, but you play Laura, so I'm going to find out now whether you're going to underplay her or overplay her or be somewhere truthful. Who's top 3 right now on your tier list? Season 2, not after the patch, before pre.
Okay, so I'll say this: Laura's godlike. Laura is an amazing character. I love how she plays. She's not top 3 in the game, but I feel she's top 5. Top 3, current patch, right?
Current patch. Season 2.
Guile. It's a tough one because all those characters you can trade them out for each other. I think Guile, Balrog, and Japan right now is on the Ibuki train. They're super sold that she's the best character. I don't see it yet because I haven't played an Ibuki that made me think that, and I feel like Laura does okay against that character. So this is just personal opinion. Third spot.
What do you think of Urien?
Urien's good. I don't think he's top 3.
No?
I don't think he's top 5 either.
Really?
Yeah. He's good, but what he lacks is pretty big. Reliable anti-air. His anti-air is too slow, and in a game this explosive, you have to have good options for anti-air. You have to keep people out. Once someone gets in, then you got to hold that, Okay, this one's controversial.
Okay.
Zangief.
I don't think it's that controversial.
No? Okay, good.
No, it's not.
Most people are like, oh no, Zangief sucks. People that say that Zangief sucks
haven't played Izan.
They haven't played. Yeah, they haven't played a good Zangief, or are new to the game, or are trolls, and they're just spewing out BS. But
Japan's been saying it, so I don't think it's not a complete surprise.
Good. I thought I was gonna blow.
No, Japan are like Zangief's amazing. They've been saying that for a while. So who's? I'm assuming. Well, you tell me. Who's at the bottom?
Who's at the bottom? I think Ryu is the worst character in the game. I'm sorry. I love that character. I love me some Ryu. I love me some Ryu. He just sucks so bad. Like, he gets nothing. He's the only character that gets literally nothing from his knockdowns, from his throw. And you'd think, you know, oh, his other options must be really strong. But no, his normals are slower. They're still stubby. He has no wake-up DP outside of VX. Like, they kind of... Capcom kind of went a little too ham, you know? Yeah, a little too nuts, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's look forward a little bit, because we've seen the patch notes for 2.1. Have you had a chance to take a good look? Okay, good. So what were the biggest things that stood out for you think will have the biggest impact?
So biggest impact for sure, number one is no more jump back tech. So with that in mind, I feel like the game might get a little bit more random, just because offense is going to be that much scarier. You know, players are you're going to get opened up. You know, you're going to guess wrong regardless. It could be, you know, Sniper X Blade 420 versus Daigo Mahara. But if Sniper X Blade 420 puts Daigo in a bad situation, everyone's got to guess wrong. You know, it's flip a coin or roll the dice. It's going to come out.
I've heard it's more stressful.
This game is stressful, man.
I remember having a conversation with you where you were just like, getting out of pools is like so easy, and we had this conversation at the last year final round, first time we were playing Street Fighter 5, and at the time you were saying like it seems like it's going to be more difficult, we don't know what to expect, but now players are saying to me like it's still like really stressful.
It's the same. Yeah, you'd think, okay, after a while you know, it's going to get easier for top players, which it has, but it's still stressful as hell. Like, you could still lose to anybody. Can't make one mistake. Unforgiving, very unforgiving game. It's like we're playing Marble. Like, if I wanted to play Marble, I'll play Marble right now, you know? Right. But, yeah, just got to deal with it.
Fair enough. Are you looking forward to the changes? Like, I mean, you've got a couple of changes coming up on Laura. I don't know. Do you think that's going to have a big impact on her?
She's still going to be good. She's so solid. I'm actually thankful that they didn't go too crazy. I'm thankful that they changed something that I've been saying. I've been very vocal about changing since the beginning. Is she should not have an auto +1 setup after command throw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is fine, honestly. That's kind of dumb. That is kind of dumb. Yeah, even when I land that and I win because of that, I still kind of shake my head. Like, I'll apologize. I'll shake their hand and I'll apologize. Like, hey, man, sorry. Better luck next time.
I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry I play Laura.
It was just embarrassing. Like, I don't even want to look at them.
Which characters do you think are going to improve the most based on that patch notes?
To improve the most.
I mean, it's difficult to tell until we actually play it, and maybe you did get a chance on PC. I have no idea, but there are a couple of characters, like Zangief got a few things going on.
So Zangief, I don't think those changes are going to be too huge for Zangief. I feel Dalsim probably got the better end of that patch for sure. Yep.
Okay, so Sim, we're going to look out for Sim. Any characters the opposite? You think they're kind of like, you know,
went too crazy with?
Got a bit screwed maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Balrog, that 25 health. Oh, that might have been too much.
I know. Yeah. I know, right? Can't wait to beat down all those Balrogs.
Yeah, Balrog volunteer now.
Can't wait. It's gonna be amazing. All right, cool. So what are your hopes for Street Fighter 5 the game? When I say the game, I mean like the whole thing. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be gameplay. It can just anything. Like your experience of Street Fighter 5 when you're at home and you play the game.
I mean, something that I feel the entire community wants is just reduced input lag. Make it easier to whiff punish things. But outside of that, add a few defensive options, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel with offense being so strong, the neutral has a much... It's way more important because you can't be put in those bad situations. You can't afford to be put in those bad situations. But the neutral gets harder because input lag exists, right? So it's a bit more difficult to whiff punish things. So I feel either they can do that to make the neutral a bit more fair, or...
Would you introduce... are you talking about like a new mechanic? I mean, maybe you haven't thought about it, but like, would you introduce a new defensive mechanic? Or
new mechanic, or... you know, I understand that from Season 1 to Season 2, Capcom made it a goal to remove throw loops, but they removed them from Ryu. Hey! Outside of that, you know, there's still so many characters that have them. If they really wanted to go with that, just remove throw loops altogether. But that's a thing. I'm okay with offense right now, as long as the neutral it gets a bit more of a tweak, so that if, you know, the more experienced player or the better player at playing that neutral game can avoid those situations better and easier.
So,
if that makes sense.
Let me ask you this: you're talking about system-wide mechanic changes. Do you think there's anything else? Do you ever think about the game in that way? Do you ever think like, I don't know, I wish I had, you know, focus attacks or whatever? You know, like, is there something you... It doesn't have to be, but is there something you would add to the game in terms of system-wide mechanics? Some people have said, like, just to give you an example, right? So some people have said, like, wish grey life damage came back faster, or I wish we still had invincible DPs, you know, wake up DPs, stuff like that.
So grey life damage, honestly, that's okay. I really don't see that being as big as Capcom thought it was. So if you see the balance from, you know, Season 1 to Season 2, Capcom really thought that the whole Grey Life nerf, you know, Grey Life regeneration nerf, was going to have a huge impact on characters. That's why some characters that have strong buttons that put up that Grey Life, like Alex, for example, is crouch and medium kick or crouch and medium punch. Ryu, Chun-Li, these characters that could, you know, tag you and make you block these normals and build up that Grey Life, they reduced the startup for certain of their moves, you know? So they weakened a lot of their moves in anticipation to, you know, having a really strong Grey Life mechanic. They really thought this was going to slow down the game a bit, right?
Okay.
But it didn't. No one really cares about the Grey Life. The only characters that care are like Akuma if he parries you, or if you get hit by a V reversal. Yeah, Akuma parry building Grey Life in this certain environment, it sucks. Yeah, I don't... Why?
Like, no one does it anymore. Like,
it's such a risk anyways. Like, you know, you would think it's like Zangief. Zangief building Grey Life, that's fine, because he's not really risking much. You can't crush counter him after that. But Akuma, it's a bit questionable. But yeah, honestly, I don't... That mechanic is fine. I really think they have something good right now with Street Fighter V. If they just change a few things as far as like damage values, stun values, input leniency, or not leniency. What am I talking about? Input lag. Input lag. Yeah, there we go. If that gets tweaked a little bit, I mean, we have something great here.
So you like the direction it's going in right now? You think we're going to get to a good place? Like, we're in a good place, but we're going to get to you feel like we're going to get to a better place? Here's
the thing. Regardless of how it is, players will develop a game farther than what the developers had in mind, right? I feel like they should just leave us this game and let us do with it what we are going to do, right? Just let us play around with it. The one thing I don't want Capcom to become is like NetherRealm Studios, right? You know, patch after patch after patch. Just listen to everyone that cries out there, all the forum monsters. Oh, this is too cheap. This is too cheap. You know, these are players that instead of learning how to deal with certain situations, they'll just rather bitch about it.
Well, it's like the meta game now. I keep calling it like the meta of the meta. It's like
just
now it's
just
like
bitch.
just people complaining and then or proving a point. Like, you know,
it's the thing is that's not what Street Fighter is about. It's about, okay, you have strong options, learn how to deal with against them. You know, learn how to deal with them, not just, you know, patch after patch after patch. And that's something that I was really scared of Capcom doing in coming into Street Fighter V. And Street Fighter V, it's, you know, obviously it's hitting a broader audience, and with more people, more crybabies step in as well. And unfortunately, those people are the loudest.
Right.
You know, people that are happy with the game or that are okay with challenges, they just stay quiet. They're just in the lab learning how to deal with shit, you know, learning how to deal with, you know, Balrog target combo into death, you know. And these other players, no, they just go on Twitter and just bitch about it.
Yeah. It is true. It is true. So, which characters? I mean, you got Laura, but which characters offer you the biggest challenge? Characters, not players. Which characters offer you the biggest challenge to play against as Laura?
Oh, Zangief, easily. Easily.
All right. Well, that was easy.
Yeah. No.
But so, which players do you have a hard time against? I mean, season 2's. You know, it's new, and you probably haven't played as many people as you would like. But I imagine Itazan is one.
So Itazan, I couldn't beat him in Street Fighter 4, and I don't know if I could beat him in Street Fighter 5. So we'll see. We'll see next time we play. Yeah, I would never want to run into that man in the bracket.
It's what
like,
everyone
period.
said.
I would
Everyone-
never.
everyone says it. Everyone says
I would
it.
rather run into everyone. I would rather run into everyone else from Topanga in my pool, except for that one man.
Shine was like, I would put my joystick down and walk away.
Yeah, no, that's what we can do. Yeah, just okay. I'll just take the buy and losers. I'll just run it through there.
Okay, so the matches in Street Fighter 5 are stressful. They're best out of 3 at the moment. Do you think I mean, I don't know how long it would. You know, do you think they should move to a 3 out of 5? Like for everything?
Absolutely.
You do?
Absolutely. Yes. Okay, Marble went that direction as soon as they saw, holy shit, this game ends fast and people die fast. Same thing with Street Fighter 5. So
Even in pools?
even in pools.
Even in pools.
Even in pools. It's not gonna. We can figure it out. If we did it for Marble, we can do it for Street Fighter 5. I mean, we can say the same thing, right? Marble, yeah, there are some matches that drag on, right? But at the end of it, it's still a fast-paced game. Same thing with Street Fighter 5. Yeah, you're going to have some matches where it comes down to 2 or 3 seconds, but majority of the time, people are going to get stunned in 5 and lose in 10.
Yeah, I've seen a few of those videos.
Yeah.
There's the Kuma Challenge videos, which suck. I hate watching those videos.
Yeah, and it would suck that, you know, you just get one DP blocked, and next thing you know, 2 seconds later, you're just shaking their hand.
Oh, yeah, the one combo stun. That better be a mistake, please. Oh, my God. That better be a mistake. That must be a mistake. That must be a mistake.
That has to, but I don't know. I feel like Capcom likes to do that. You know, they like to just
I don't know, dude. That's scary as hell. Why even DP?
Yeah.
Why even DP in Street Fighter? You know. So let's change it up a little bit. Who's your favorite player at the moment, and why?
I love watching me some Punk.
Ah, yes, of course.
You know, not a lot of people know this, but my progress with this game, with how I got better, it definitely expedited, we can say, after really digging into Punk's videos. I feel like he plays
really?
I feel like he plays the game the correct way.
Okay.
He'll play neutral there for a bit. He'll find his opening, and then he'll never let you out. And the way he plays the game, he's really good at avoiding the Street Fighter 5 factor, right?
Okay, what's that? What's the Street Fighter 5 factor?
Oh, getting stunned in 5 seconds. He's really good at that. He's really good at avoiding dangerous situations.
Okay.
Like, for example,
Yeah.
he's really good at avoiding just getting hit with Laura's medium kick into V-trigger.
Okay.
He'll see that, and he's good at staying away from those distances. And I feel like watching him play, I definitely stepped my game up. I emulated a lot of what he does.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Well, there we go. Punk on the scene.
The god.
Punk the god on the scene, inspiring players like you who've been around a lot longer than him.
And it's weird because I remember his tag, because we would always play in Street Fighter 4
Online.
online. Yeah,
Apparently he was horrible.
He was horrible, and he had a shit connection too. He would play his shitty Yun, his shitty Cammy, his shitty Ken, and I'd blow him up all the time. Every time I played against him was free points. And it's
Did he send you salty messages?
no, he never did.
He didn't do that. I heard he did that a lot.
Yeah,
Okay.
he did that a lot with others.
You need the in person. You need him like saying it in his calm voice to understand that it's not hateful. You know, it's just
It's not
like,
hateful. He's just, I like that. He just has that swagger. You know,
Right.
he just shits talk. That's.
But he used to
That's
do
him.
that. Apparently, he used to do that online before people knew and like saw his face and all that sort of stuff, and they took it very personally.
If we think about it, I mean, he's what, 18 now? So how old was he?
I have no
Yeah, I
idea.
think he's 18. So how old was he when he was doing that? 16?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Who's your favorite player of all time?
Of all time. Come on, that's an easy one.
No, I know.
Yeah, I mean, what's the obvious answer here?
Are you gonna blow me up here? But I think it's Daigo Umehara.
Daigo Mahara.
Of course, it's Daigo.
Yeah.
Of
He's Lord. You can't.
You can't.
Yeah,
You can't. There's no more conversation on that one.
Yeah, no, that's.
So let's talk about your training schedule. We touched on it a little bit. What does it look like these days? Is it consistent? Does it change depending on when the tournament's coming up? How many hours? Like, what do you do?
Yeah, so it definitely, before a tournament comes up, I definitely spend more time, or at least I try to. But most of my time, I like to watch videos. I'll see how players are playing this game currently, because it's constantly changing, it's constantly evolving. So I like to keep up with that. Unfortunately, where I live, I don't have a local scene. You know, I have Renzo, aka Peru, and blowing him up with my 7th character, it doesn't really do much for me. So it's.
I hope he's watching and appreciaes this.
No, like I had my 2-day Colin. Like it's not that he's bad. It's just that we've played against each other for years now, and it's like little brother, big brother scenario.
Yeah.
But. Yeah, I try to just study up. I'll look at other Laura's play. I love watching Idom's Laura play. I feel he does a lot of stuff that he's one of the innovators out there.
He's crazy.
He's crazy guy.
I think he's going through. I interviewed him. He's going through college at the moment. So like he's one of those people who like has this incredible talent and is I mean I call it a talent, but I'm sure he works very hard to do it.
Yeah.
And yet. It's very. When I interviewed him, it felt like Street Fighter was so secondary to everything else in his life. Like he was so like, I got to do college, I got to do this, got to do that. I was like, because he doesn't go to any majors, right? And the reason is because he's studying. And to me, it's like I don't think I've ever been really good at something, and like seeing somebody who's really good at something, really good, like on NLBC, like winning every week, but it's still like that level-headed at that age at least to just go. I'm just gonna. College is more important.
Yeah, I respect that. Yeah.
You gotta respect that. You gotta respect that. So, any characters? Well, I know the answer to this one. Any characters from previous Street Fighters that you want to see in the game?
All right, let's get to the next one.
It's Abel, in case anyone doesn't know. That stupid character that's sort of invincible to everything when he's rolling around, completely invincible to everything. Okay. Do you play any other fighting games at the moment, or do you intend to?
No.
I mean,
I played MKX when it came out, and I thought it was super fun. I played Hellfire Scorpion. Was it Hellfire? I don't remember. The one with the wrong cancels. I was having so much fun. And then NetherRealms, like 2 weeks later, decided to just destroy everything.
Dude.
So after that, it's like a kid. You just crush his, you just tell him that Santa Claus doesn't exist, and you're a jaded individual now. You just look at life a bit different.
Fair enough. Any interest in the following games? Marvel vs. Capcom, Ultra Street Fighter. I don't even know if Ultra Street Fighter 2 is going to be a competitive game. And then there's this Erika's. Did you see Erika's like fighting layer game?
Honestly, I don't pay attention to anything outside of Street Fighter, so I don't know.
So you're not interested in Marvel?
I am. I'll play it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try to learn it. but I'm not telling you. I'm not committing myself to anything right now. You see, I'm leaving it open. Yeah, I'm leaving it open.
I'm not asking you.
Yeah,
I'm not.
yeah, hey, it's not.
This isn't a contract.
Yeah, I'm not signing anything until I see the finished product. Then we can see.
It's like get rid of the contract. Take it away.
Hey,
Send the lawyers. Get all these lawyers out of here. Get all these
I did
lawyers
not
out
sign
of
that.
here. Yeah. Do you play other video games? I know that for a fact because a couple of years back when you won, well, you didn't win, but we all practically won CEO because the Japanese were dominating so badly. You were playing Bloodborne. Have you been playing any other video games recently?
No, I want to. I want to play. I haven't finished Dark Souls 3 yet, and I want to so bad.
How is that versus Bloodborne?
Bloodborne's the best.
It is, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I know. I offended a lot of fanboys out there.
I feel the same way.
I'm sorry. Bloodborne was amazing. I could play that again.
I think it's a beautiful game.
Yeah.
I think it's a beautiful game.
Amazing lore. Yeah, it's cool. Footsies, a lot of footsies.
But I do need to play it. I need to play it. I actually haven't played Dark Souls, so I need to play Dark Souls. I haven't played anything. It's killing me. I have Zelda at home with the Switch, which I haven't opened.
You actually found one?
I bought. I pre-ordered it. It arrived March 3rd. Zelda Switch. I'm gonna piss a lot of people off right now. But here's the deal. I was making interviews from freaking all over the place and editing them.
Okay, so it's for you guys. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I had to give up Zelda for you guys. I could be playing it now, but you know,
you didn't have to kill
but got sponsored, so can't do that. It's just, no. So nothing going on at the moment in terms of general video games. Actually, what's your favorite video game of all time?
I think it's a tie. No, it's definitely not.
It's
a tie.
actually
Street Fighter 4. Street Fighter 4.
Street Fighter 4.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I think we've done this question before, so I'm not going to do it. The one about advice for beginners. I know what you're going to say, which is like stop blaming everybody else.
Stop bitching. Hey,
stop
stop bitching. Yeah, if you want the answer to that, just stop bitching.
Here's an interesting question. What else do you like to do for fun? I'm going to say gym is one of them.
I don't know if that's fun. Yeah, I don't know if that's fun. I mean, that's like going to work.
Have you got any new activities in your life? Are you watching a new show? Are you doing anything? Is there anything outside of Street Fighter and work?
Well, I have a Dalmatian puppy with my girlfriend that we go.
Can you please tell people? Can you please tell people what your girlfriend's name is?
Her name is Laura.
It's true. It's true. I'm not messing around.
It was not a coincidence. She told me her name, and I'm like, okay, so WYD ? No, I'm kidding. She's right there staring.
I was gonna make all sorts of She's just over there. I was gonna make lots of jokes about command grabs, but I'm not gonna get into. I'm not gonna get into that. Is there a question? Oh, actually, you know what? Let's go to there's a special section here.
Oh, okay.
Which has 2 questions on it. Special. Look how prepared I am. I took it seriously. Our Street Fighter. I took it seriously.
No, but yeah. I mean, he has an entire
deck.
An entire.
Okay, so the 801.
All the players in there as well.
Yeah, it's true.
So, pretty cool.
I think we already talked about that. How was the final round experience? Is there anything you want to say about that? Like, why do you think you did so well at final round?
Because I was actually prepared for it. I wasn't prepared for anything last year. I think last year I was just traveling to just see what's up. I was actually prepared for final round. Last year, I had a shitty outlook on Street Fighter 5. Again, I just couldn't let go. I just couldn't let go. It was just gripping my heart.
Does it feel like? Do you feel happier like playing the game? Like now that you let go, like.
I do. I actually enjoy it, and that was a big part of why I didn't, really do anything last year, is because I didn't enjoy playing it. Playing it was a chore. I looked at it as I'm going to work. It just was not enjoyable. I didn't do any research on it. I didn't watch any videos. I did not enjoy the game at all. And once I saw people that weren't enjoying it at first start to do really well, like Bonchan and Fudo and all these guys that at first were just struggling, that kind of inspired me a little bit to pick it up and, you know, give it another shot. And yeah, I mean, I just saw the game for what it was, and
so that kind of answers my following question was actually going to be your transition. For some reason it says translation here, which is, you guys can't see that, but I can, so I'll just call it out. Why not? But your transition from Street Fighter 4 to Street Fighter 5 sounds like it was a bit of a rough one.
it was rough. Yep.
But now you're like, okay, I'm embracing this, and you're doing well at it, and so that's the lesson. I think the lesson here is, embrace something for what it is.
Yep.
And you too can be top 8 final round. But you have to adapt. I wanted to ask if there was it sounds like it was none of it really. If you getting, I want to say, better at Street Fighter 5 really didn't have much more to do. It wasn't like an aha moment in Street Fighter 5. This is how the game is played.
No, it was a slow grind, a slow, painful grind, and little by little, as I understood the game more, I liked it more. As I liked it more, I played it more. As I played it more, I understood it more, and it just, kind of.
Well, I actually love playing it because I think Kuma's awesome. I'm so glad he's in the game. But I hear what you're saying. I think it was a tough transition for a lot of people just because Street Fighter 4 was, such an amazing game, but it had also been around for a long time, so it had reached that stage.
Exactly.
So Street Fighter 5 is definitely evolving, and hopefully it will reach the same heights of Street Fighter 4. All right, so final question. Is there anything that you wish I'd asked you, or anything that you want to talk about?
No, everything's good so far, man. Awesome interview. I'm looking forward to tomorrow, aka Saturday, aka pools. Every single pool is stacked to the brim. Outside of maybe 2, everything else is just ridiculous. So getting to top 64 is going to be a chore. Getting to top 16 is going to be ridiculous. Top 8 it's going to be wild. I can't wait, honestly. It's going to be a lot of good matches. Just shout outs to everyone. Shout outs to Winter Fox. Shout outs to the Utah crew, Andy, Ton, Renzo. Thanks for having me here, man. And
thanks for doing the interview.
Yeah, shout outs
always
to our
always
Street
enlightening.
Fighter as
Sorry,
well.
go on. Oh, Street Fighter, yes.
Yeah. Hey, shout outs to these guys for helping you come out here.
Yeah.
Hopefully I do well tomorrow. Hopefully I guess right enough times to make it. Who knows? We'll see. Just roll the dice.
Yeah, we will see.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much it's been awesome. Thank you for doing the interview. It's always fun chatting to you. And guys, we're gonna sign out. This is how I sign out these days. I do it.
Oh, okay. Should I do it right hand or left hand?
You can do. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, there we go.
Mirror
That's
image.
fine.
It's good.